Last year, Mr. Kaepernick, then a quarterback for the 49ers, started kneeling during the national anthem to highlight racial injustice, setting off a debate over whether it dishonors the flag. He left the team this season and has been out of work since. Many believe he's being shunned by the league. At the Oakland Coliseum on Saturday, Bruce Maxwell, a catcher for the Athletics, became the first Major League Baseball player to kneel during the anthem. He said in a statement that he loved his country but wanted to elevate people that don't have a voice. Harry Edwards, a sports sociologist and professor emeritus at UC Berkeley, said he was unsurprised that the Bay Area is figuring prominently in the sports world's clash with Mr. Trump. A fierce critic of the president, Dr. Edwards said the region's diversity fostered creativity and innovation and a heart and mind for struggle. The reality is that California is a microcosmic, computer-charged model of America, he said. Everybody came here from somewhere else, and we have to make this work. On Sunday, N.F. Players across the country responded to Mr. Trump's remarks with displays of protest. The Oakland Raiders, which has the league's only all-black starting offensive line, took the field about 10 miles from the White House for a game against the Washington Redskins. The entire unit, along with most of their other teammates, knelt or sat during the national anthem. The Free Speech Week event at Berkeley turned instead into a 25-minute appearance by Milo Yiannopoulos, who spoke briefly and posed for selfies. The security bill? $800,000. Berkeley side words can be like rape, they can destroy you. Berkeley professors wrestled with the question of limiting free speech on campus. The New York Times. The University of California is handing out generous pensions as students pay higher tuitions. A former UC president receives a $357,000 pension after working just 7 years. Los Angeles Times. An examination of the 2000-mile U.S. Mexico border found that President Trump's wall proposal could require the seizure of thousands of parcels of private land. USA Today. Living in a liquefaction zone, here are some of the Bay Area neighborhoods at most risk in the event of an earthquake. SFGate.com. For decades, it's been part of the California fourth-grade curriculum to build replicas of Spanish missions, an assignment critics saw as offensive. Now, educators are being advised to scrap it. Los Angeles Daily News. Orange County's worst mass killer, Scott Decray, was sentenced to life without parole for the murders of 8 people at a hair salon in 2011. Orange County Register Edgar H. Smith Jr. died in a Vacaville prison hospital at 83. He killed a New Jersey girl, duped the conservative commentator William F. Buckley into supporting his release, then stabbed a woman in San Diego. The New York Times. As Uber looks to the future of its business under a new CEO. Oh, the company is investing heavily in food delivery. The New York Times. Those leading Silicon Valley's gender equality push said they were astonished that just as the movement was having an impact, it opened up an even more radical men's rights movement. The New York Times photos and video. A spy satellite was launched Saturday night on the Central Coast. Los Angeles Daily News. The Kern County Fair is being held all week in Bakersfield. It boasts the largest livestock show in California. The Los Angeles Philharmonic holds the opening night of its new season at Walt Disney Concert Hall on Tuesday. Our critic has raved about the orchestra. A memorial ceremony for fallen firefighters will be held Saturday in Sacramento. More than 1,300 California firefighters have died in the line of duty since 1850. San Francisco Fleet Week kicks off Sunday. The highlight is a 3-day air show featuring the Blue Angels. That's because it was mostly underwater when the giant creatures roamed the earth. But there is at least one that we can call our own, a 30 feet long, duck-billed vegetarian called Augustinophis marissi, Augie, for short. Only 2 specimens have ever been discovered, both of them in California. This year, a lawmaker proposed making Augustinophis California's official state dinosaur. Gov. Jerry Brown signed the measure into law on Saturday. Luis M. Chiap, a paleontologist at the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County, said the Augustinophis displayed some complex social behaviors. They likely traveled in small herds, he said. And they tended their hatchlings in nests, bringing them food until old enough to venture out on their own. The 2 California dinosaurs probably died near the shore, floated out to sea, and sank into the sediment. Over a span of at least 66 million years, tectonic forces pushed their bones to the surface in the hills along the western edge of the San Joaquin Valley, where scientists first discovered them in 1939. The skeletons are now on display at the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County. California Today goes live at 6 a.m. Pacific Time weekdays. Tell us what you want to see. KatoDay@NITAMS.com. The California Today columnist, Mike McFate, is a third-generation Californian, born outside Sacramento and raised in San Juan Capistrano. He lives in Los Osos. California Today is edited by Julie Bloom, who grew up in Los Angeles and graduated from U.